Hello guys, good day. Depending on where you are in the world, good day. Welcome again, once again to this week market analysis, where we'll be looking at various market from the indices to currency to cryptos to metals, and what have you. So today we'll be starting with DXY like we normally do on this channel. If you're new to this channel, ensure you subscribe, okay? Click the subscribe button, like and share. All right. So like we always do in the channel, we always look at DXY, and I've said this over and over countless times. That the reason we look at the DXY is because is the dollar index. Dollar is the one currency of the world. So having said that, so we saw what DXY, the dollar index did last week. We had this pullback, and we saw a weak, dollar, kept crashing from the top. And I think I think we started the week with this doji, and then from there we started pulling back, and then we saw this was on Thursday before market closed on Friday. So we had this pullback. We had this pullback, on the I'm actually on the daily time frame, all right. So we had this pullback and we saw the dollar index bounce off from here. So but if you go to the weekly time frame, you will notice that what we also have is this is still kind of looking bearish, all right. But because of what we had it on the daily time frame, that I just showed you this pullback, I will actually be waiting on Monday to see the dollar keep moving up. We are likely to see the continuation of this movement, probably to the upside, to before probably we start coming down. All right. So because we are seeing a weak the dollar index is looking weak a little bit. Okay. But then this bounce actually tell us that we might see a little push up to the upside, because what we have on the weekly time frame is actually looking we are seeing like it's looking weak. If you look at this 2 weeks ago, this candlestick is a pullback, and then we now have a bearish candle that forms immediately after this. So this is actually a sign of we might likely go down. But then you know how this market is. It doesn't just go in one direction. Like I always say, price doesn't move like this. We always have this movement. The price is going up. You always have this pullback. Um, movement. Like that. So having said that, let's look at what is happening with other pairs. Now this is gold. I remember the last week I didn't actually post a video last week, but 2 weeks ago I was saying that I'll be careful selling gold around there. I remember some folks that said gold is bearish. I'm not saying it's not bearish, but I'll be careful. I think I think this move started like 2 weeks ago, that I'll be very, very careful, selling gold around there. And since then we've seen a bounce, as you can see, with this trend line. We've seen a bounce off of this trend line, which coincide with this support. You see that bounce is actually coincide with this support, right? It actually coincide with what we have here. So I was surprised bounce off from there. So this is so for me, I'll be I won't be selling. I'll be looking to sell to sell gold. Gold is, I mean, gold has really told us that it wants to go up from here after bouncing up from this support. That also coincide with this trend line. So what I'll be doing is I'll be looking for buying opportunity. Probably, I hope gold pullback. Probably we have a pullback, a little pullback, and then we continue to the upside for gold. All right. So for Bitcoin, I think I've said it yes, countless of time. Bitcoin is, right now, the season where we are right now, we call it the crypto Bitcoin. I will call it the bull cycle. Pardon me, we call it the bull cycle. So I feel if you've been in the crypto industry for a while, you will notice that we always have this cycle, especially every 4 years, where we have Bitcoin, what we know as Bitcoin halving. Okay, where we have a supply shock, where miners reward are cut in half. All right. So as it stands right now, I've been saying this. If you remember this, if you've been around, if you remember me, I think this was last year. Let me see. This was around October where we formed a support here. I purposely didn't remove it. I've not removed this ever since. So you remember that I said we might see Bitcoin keep pushing to the upside, and ever since we've been on that trajectory. We've been moving to the upside, right? So if you look further, pardon me. So if I pull this back, you will notice that what we have been having is higher low. You're seeing that, which is a bullish scenario. And so we are super bullish. And like I said, this year is a Bitcoin halving year. So I'm doing Bitcoin halving for the past 10 years. We know that Bitcoin is always super bullish. And we are approaching right now, we are approaching the all-time high, which is around $68,000. Okay. So any pullback, like I've been saying, even for people in my crypto group, I've told them, any pullback for price for Bitcoin is an opportunity to buy more. This will be a dangerous side to selling. You want to just wait for Bitcoin to pull back and just keep buying, because normally during Bitcoin halving, we normally have Bitcoin, because of that supply shock, like I explained earlier, go gaga. The price just keeps shooting up. Then also this year also coincide with the year that the Fed has promised that they'll cut interest rate, which also favors Bitcoin. All right. Also, this year also coincide with the US general election. Also, most times during the US general election, we always see that markets always do well. The Bitcoin, US market, stock market, and and indices, they always do very well. So I wouldn't said that, like I said, any opportunity for pullback, any pullback, sorry, is an opportunity to buy, to add to your Bitcoin wallet. Or I haven't said that. So let's move on. So pounds, we saw that pounds, like I said 2 weeks ago, pounds has just been ranging with this range with between 1.28 and 1.25. And we also saw that price had just been doing zigzag. All right, and we see if you notice what price has been doing, it's just been, yeah. I mean, for me, if you ask me, I think um pounds is just in a ranging market, and it's been ranging between this zone. So you will do well to ensure you are not selling at, like I always say on this channel, you don't want to sell at support. This is a confirmed support, like you can see, it's bounced off here like 3 times. So this is a triple bottom. So if you are still buying, you want to stay away from selling around there. And you want to also stay away from buying at the resistance area. All right. So what I've said that for pounds, like I said, um, since it's still in a range, if you go to the weekly time frame, well, this is actually looking bullish. The way it closed, this last candle closed, it suggests that we want to push to the upside. All right. So I'll be looking for opportunity to buy. I'll look for pullback then and buy, because this price is still pushing in the upside. But then I'll be very careful, holding my position around there. Probably I'll allow price to either, I'll jump out and wait for what price wants to do. I'll allow price to tell me what it wants to do. Like it already did around there. This is telling us that price is likely to continue to upside. We might see a pullback at market open, which is normal. We might see a pullback at market open, then we'll continue to the upside. All right. And don't also forget that we are approaching the end of the month. So at the end of the month, for currency, we don't always have a lot of momentum. Price don't, we don't always have a lot of momentum. So most times for currency, you will be seeing that price movement is very slow, waiting for the new month, probably during NFP, and after NFP, then we'll see better price movement. But for now, pounds USD is actually looking bullish. So you want to be careful, selling. Also, like I said, um this movement has been going on for this ranging market for pounds, has been going on since this is I think this is December, yes. So we got trapped around there. Pounds has been actually been bullish, before now. But then we got trapped around there since I think since, like I said, since December last year. So December, January, and now this is February. So like I said, you want to be very careful buying around the zone at the top around 1.27. If you're holding a buy, you want to actually take some position, come out of the market around there to see what price would do, whether we're going to have a breakout or we also have a rejection. All right. So I would say that let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD also has actually proved to, I think last week I took a buy on Euro USD. Even after I saw this breakout of this counter trend line, I added to my position. But then I blocked my profit right now because of this pullback. So it's actually looking like we might, pull back to the downside for Euro USD. If we go to the weekly time frame, actually this actually looks like a bounce. We have the weekly time frame is telling us a different scenario. If you look at what is happening, and this is a we have a doji, then we have an armor, at the support. So this is telling us that we are pushed to the upside, right? But then if you look at what is happening on the daily time frame, we might see a pullback. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, see that we broke this counter trend line, all right, and then price pullback. So for me, I'll be, like I said, I already locked my profit for Euro USD. So I'll be watching what Euro USD want. But I know that in the interim, in the short term, like we are seeing on the daily time frame, we actually have a pullback. But as long as this support hold based on what we're having on the weekly time frame, so as long as this support, is not broken, I will be looking for opportunity. If I see a very good pullback and I see a bounce off from here, like we have here, like something like this, you have a pullback that breaks in and then also bounces out, then I'll be taking another buy position. All right, that's for Euro USD. Okay, like I always say on this channel, trading is about waiting. It's a waiting game. Um, and if you're not a patient person, you can't be a profitable trader. From my experience, like from what I've seen, you have to be patient to wait for price to tell you what he wants to do, because price always tell you what he wants to do. All right, like if you look at what pounds USD is doing, it's just ranging. So and you want to be careful having um a one mind bias. I don't know, it's going to crash. This is telling you that the way it is, it can go either way, right? So having said that, let's quickly check what pounds JPY is doing. But before I move on, if you have not joined my Telegram group, I'm dropping. It's a free Telegram channel where there's a lot of traders also, where we have interactions. It's a very good community. In the link in the description, I'm going to be dropping the link. You can join us. Also, if you've not bought my course, we actually have a course on as a traders aboard Forex mastery course. That course will take you from a novice to somebody that you can start trading on your own. And even if you have been trading for a while, that course will help you to solidify your trading ability, okay, and your trading skills. All right, so I'll also be dropping a link in the description below. So for pounds JPY is just the JPY index has just been, I mean, has been beaten down. Like you see, I think I mentioned this 2 weeks ago. We are the low of low. This is an unprecedented, support that price has never come to. I think the economy has been bastardized, and that's why we saw that price has just been pulling, to the downside. Any opportunity for a pullback, for JPY is an opportunity to sell JPY. As you can see, you have pullbacks and then it crashes. If you check what happened here, there's pullback, and then you would think that price will keep moving forward up, but then you see that any opportunity for pullback is an opportunity to sell, right? Also the same thing we have here. We have this pullback and then there's a sell-off. So I will not be surprised if we have another pullback from this support, a little pullback here, and then another sell-off. So this scenario is actually looking likely, and that's why you see that all the JPYs from Euro JPY, from pounds JPY. They've been, you've been seeing they've been having that same scenario. You have a pullback to the upside, and then a pullback to the downside, sorry, and then boom. All right. So for pounds JPY, I'm also expecting a little pullback, probably a little pullback before we continue this upside, this momentum. If you go to the weekly time frame, you see that the all-time high for pounds, actually the all-time high for pounds, let's check the monthly time frame, is actually around we have it around, it's still far from there though, but we have this major pullback around there, 195. So I feel that price is likely to eventually, sometimes, before April, price is likely to come in, and then we have a pullback, and then we continue that direction. Except something drastic is done for the JPY index. All right, I'm going to be stopping here. So like I said at the beginning, if you have not subscribed to my channel, ensure you do so. Drop a like and drop a comment. All right. Also, if you don't join us in our Telegram group, ensure you also do so. All right. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful trading week.